What is up, Bearded Nation? Allek from Bearded Collectibles here, coming to you with our episode 13 podcast. As usual, I'm joined with co-host Tony.
What's up, guys? I'm back.
He has regained his voice while I briefly lost my voice. You can't really hear it that much, but I'm forcing myself so we can record this podcast.
We can't win, can we?
Can't win. Nope. That's what happens. One of the first things we want to talk about is, of course, Bearded Collectibles, No Shave November. Stay tuned for a promo situation on the website. Get a discount on products for No Shave November. I did one last year. I'm going to do one again this year for the probably next week when I get everything situated.
Do we get to be on that since we don't shave already to begin with?
I mean, I consider it an amateur month.
That's fair. Okay.
Because that's what somebody came in shaved.
Yeah, bro, that was not cool. I was looking at him like, dude, who is that guy?
I know, like, why would you do such a thing? You don't shave.
Very disappointing.
It is. It is what it is. But guys, coming to you, set to release. Everybody who pre-ordered products from Bearded Collectibles and pre-ordered it the correct way by only ordering product that was set for release and not putting stuff that is not even coming out yet until next month, stuff was shipped out. There's still some stranglers here and there that I'm working to get resolved. A package got shipped to a wrong address. That's my fault. Packages got shipped with the proper allocation, with the promos, with the starters, or the special packs. So let me tell you, shipping day, that was crazy. That was absurd. The lady came. So the first trip, we went to drop things off because it was a small load because we were told that we could ship out early stuff. So we did. Next day, we got as much as we could done, went to go drop it off at USPS, and then that's when they told me that they pick up stuff for free. Everybody else charges. FedEx, UPS, they charge to come pick stuff up. I didn't know that.
It's not even that far from us, right? It's right down there on
It's not far. It's like
that dealership, whatever.
It's a 2-minute drive, if that. And that's because there's like 2 stoplights.
Yeah, okay. Wow.
So
good to know going forward.
Yes, because she came in with an empty truck and left with a full one. So that was pretty crazy. Guys, the amount of product that went through these doors, it was just madness here. Madness. This is why, we're going to be moving to a bigger location to be able to further accommodate such types of pre-releases. I'm so excited about that. We actually went to go see the potential final location that is going to be chosen for the new place for Bearded Collectibles. It's a little bit rough right now, but the leasing company said that they were going to put in floors, paint the walls, and redo the ceiling, which I thought I was going to be part of doing.
We're going to talk about it. I thought it was a pretty good location. It's a really good size, pretty good use of space.
Yes.
And it's we're not off a main road. We're on a main road right now.
Yep.
But that one is, I think, an even more of a main road, even though it's like parallel.
Yeah, that's fair. But and
it's so close where we're at now, so it's good for whoever's.
It's still 2 minutes away.
Right, we can walk there if we really had to.
Yeah, so the parking lot is going to be bigger. It's massive. Mm-hmm. We're going to be next to a few different shops.
Multiple places to eat.
Multiple places. So I'm excited.
Closer to New York Pizza, baby.
Yeah, some wings. It sucks because there's actually a pizza place there, and their wings are not all that good. So
they're bad, even though we don't use that word.
Well,
those are the ones we got that one day, right?
Yeah, but we only tried them once.
Okay, so
maybe
hard pass.
Maybe we should try them again just to double check.
Sure.
I like to give a place two times.
They're wings, so I can.
Yeah.
What did we get last time? Garlic from there?
They were just dry as fuck.
Yes, and that's not how we do wings.
No, that'll
be messy.
Yeah, they were dry and.
Anyway, we're going off on tangent. Talking about wings. The new place looks good. I like it. If we, obviously we haven't made a decision yet, but I don't know. I was pretty excited for it.
Yeah, just supposedly this leasing agent was supposed to send me the paperwork at the end of business today, and here we are a few days later still waiting.
Oh.
So I called her again, and she said that she was going to do it today, like she promised, and still waiting. So.
Well, we'll see where that goes, but I thought it was pretty funny. Because we live in Florida, I wear flip flops all the time, and the floor was pulled up, so they still had the flooring glue on in there, and I almost like lost my shoe.
Yeah,
it's funnier when you were there because after I'm saying it, it's not that funny. But
I mean, I thought it was pretty funny. You almost fell down and shit.
It's pretty bad because I was like walking, and all of a sudden it was like I wasn't walking.
Yep, that's what floor glue. So guys, so this weekend, Set 2 came out as previously mentioned. The shipping stuff occurred. What we saw, right? We had the release tournament. Balake won this release tournament with Vegeta. He only had 8 new cards in his deck.
What were the new cards?
I don't even know. But I was hoping to see...
Probably the Trunks. The little Trunks.
That's a great question. But the second place runner-up was actually rocking androids. So I was very excited to see a new deck, somebody using a new leader. I keep wanting to say MP because Pansy was a new leader.
I feel like Balake had a little bit of advantage because he's playing a deck he's been playing. He changed a few cards, but like it's the same deck he's been playing. He knew everything that he had. He knew all the way the turns flow, and he just had to respond a little bit more to new stuff. But it's a tested deck versus people who are testing decks
that had probably less than 24 hours to. Well,
most of our group procs he can do whatever. But he's been playing that one for 3 months or whatever.
Yeah, I mean that's
changed a few cards that were like whatever.
I know, and
better versions of the same thing most likely.
Yeah. So I'm just excited. What went out in Core TCG at the? It was Cell, right? Cell was number 1 out there.
I heard it was Cell, but like I don't know. That's what I heard it was Cell. I heard it Untap Goku was in top 8.
It was. I think it was number 8.
Hey, if you're in top 8, that means you could have won.
I know. One of our locals, Pat, he was, I believe, 12 out there out of 180 plus players. So
Untap Goku out of 180.
Oh no, he wasn't playing Untap Goku.
I know, but
yeah,
he's all that matters. Untap Goku.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a strong card. So Set 2, right? The release tournament happened. Balake won. Everybody got promos, and then we had a great time that night. With the amount of new things, new ideas that are forming this meta, right? People, I mean, you mentioned you don't like Cell, do you, right?
So I got to play. I haven't really been able to play much, but lately I got to play. This week past, I got to borrow one of my friend's Cell decks. I don't know if it was his build. I don't think it was his build. He was normally pretty good at it. But I felt like after I did the Cell combo, I was done. Like, playing the androids that you have to shove into your deck to evolve Cell felt weak. Because at their printed cost and power, they're like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, 1,500 for 3. Or 15K for 3 is whatever. And then their abilities are dependent on another guy. So I kind of felt bad trying to play those. And then since they're 3s, you can't double play until 6.
Yep.
So I felt like really behind, especially against things like Cooler, who's like, cool, I'll play another guy.
Yeah, but Cooler is a rare breed, right? Because you're able to pump out guys, probably 3 or 4. I know I did it with this Android / Cooler build that we'll talk about here shortly. But Cooler is something that's, I feel, underpowered. Now, what I mean by that, right? I still feel Blue still has the advantage on so many different things. We talked about this in the past, offline. I feel like every color should have gotten a Senzu Bean, and Senzu Bean should be errated to only be used by Blue.
You should be specific on what you mean by Senzu Bean. The Senzu Bean has 2 very distinct effects. One is untapping, and one is plus 5k for the turn.
Correct. So that's what
you mean, the 5k for the turn.
So you know how plus 5k for the turn, and then like a different, because every color has their own specialty, right? Something every color should get something like that. If Blue wants to do the untap, green says you get 5k for the turn and blow something up. Red says if get 5k for the turn. And
my problem with that specifically is Vegito. Because then you have your Gokus and Vegetas, and then you have your 12 Senzu Beans.
But then errata it so that you can only use these Senzu Beans per color. Say you can only.
Senzu Bean wouldn't be good.
Well, I mean,
good.
But see, that's the issue. Like, I don't want to splash blue in my deck just to play Senzu Bean.
I feel like you don't have to anymore.
I kind of disagree.
I mean, maybe you do because of Cooler and because of Ghost Tanks, who also I think is the new Go Tanks from last set, just completely retarded for no reason.
Yes.
Card is so over the top. Like, for 5 mana, you get 4 attacks.
Yes.
And they'll double strike.
Yep.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
But isn't that one where you got to have 4 or less cards in hand for it to be double strike?
Oh, okay, sure. I'll just combo.
I mean, fair. But
I'm looking it up.
Sure.
But, I mean, still, even if they're not double strike, that's still 4 separate attacks that have to stop.
Exactly. But see, I do feel, going back to the Senzu Bean thing, I do feel that there should be something that gives other colors the same effect. I mean, that's something we can agree on, right?
No. The problem is that if you restrict it by color, the card loses a lot of power and becomes way less playable. And then if you give it no color restriction and you have multiple, then there'll be a lot of turns where it's like, okay, you bump.
But for example, if your leader is blue, say you can only use the blue Senzu Bean. If your leader is green, you can only use the green Senzu Bean, per se.
I guess. I mean, that wouldn't be as bad. And then it wouldn't, you wouldn't have to target a green or blue.
Exactly. No, your leader has to be this, just like the
Perfect Guards.
The Perfect Guards.
Is that the actual name for them? Because I hate that name. The 10K draw card guys.
Yeah, so it says if your leader is X, God, don't get me started on that. So
I got you started on that.
Yeah, so it's interesting because all those, Bandai's asked for opinions from certain people, and I've told them I don't like the winter stuff on there.
I don't either. And then you have to have 4 less, wouldn't have double strike. But
yeah.
If you're playing red, you probably will, or you'll combo to get to that 4-card threshold. Or if you're playing the theme, which I think is a pretty good one, you'll be there anyway.
So so my Android deck, the original build included the cell build. Like, I don't have any promos at the moment, but it was pretty nice that I was able to androids evolve at 2, but then don't get that 5K buff until they're 4 life or less, right? So it was pretty nice when I was able to get 2 to 3 drops. 2 to 3 drops Android 18s out, and the 5 drop that gives you double strike. And if you have 4, you draw up to 4. That was pretty good.
I won that game still though, but yeah, it was pretty good. It was actually pretty intense because the way the deck's built is you have so many 5K combos.
Yes.
So you're just like, so I'm about to attack and draw up to 4. So pitch all these. I don't care.
Exactly.
Draw new cards.
Yep.
Which I think is going to be really cool if that cooler build works the way I want it to. That's something you can do. Fill my discard pile with these cards I don't want, get some new ones.
Yep.
Maybe go up to 4 of that 17. I think the 18 doesn't do anything nearly as cool.
18 is just discards.
It's cute, I guess. But the discard, they'll just take the damage and draw.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So I really wish 18 did more, but the theory crafting, right? So I posted the picture, not the whole list, just a picture of the green yellow deck last night, and just said, what have we done? And it kind of blew up. People were like, why would I do that? You got to think outside the box. Cooler was being played here at the release tournament. I felt like it was too clunky / too slow, I want to say. And what I mean by that is that I didn't see any burst, right?
It's not like a burst. It just ramps. It's like, okay, this turn I have a cooler. This turn I have 2 coolers. This turn I have 3 coolers. Like, every turn you're going to get another one. And then the idea of what we're trying to do in your list is you always have a cooler.
Yes.
And then you can always get another cooler. But then you're also going to be playing other relevant cards. So if something happens to multiple coolers getting knocked out, you're just like, cool, pay 1, get another one back.
Mm-hmm.
And then play your Android package afterwards.
So one of the combos I really enjoyed, I think, was on turn 3 or turn 4 when I had a Getty Star. So pretty much the way the deck works, right? If you don't get Getty Star, big Getty Star in your first hand, you mulligan all 6 because you need to get one. Very some people might say that's Luxac, sure.
Yeah, but you gotta think it's 6 out of 50 twice. It's not that bad of a chance. It's not great.
It's not great, but they're what I call the god hands is when I pull like 2 Getty stars like after the mulligan and 1 or 2 coolers and then the rest like either negates or perfect guards. It's pretty nice when I'm able to play a big Getty star on a turn, pay the cost, get a cooler from my discard, play another big Getty star, blow up the original, pay the cost again, grab another one out, and just continue just to go ham on that. I mean, that to me is pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool too because it gives you something to do if you draw that second Getty star that's not just, oh, let me put it in the discard or in the energy area.
Correct.
Because with the way the deck's built, you only ever need max 2 yellow energy because cooler costs 2.
Yes.
And if you ever have to hard cast and you want to be ready to. And then everything else is going to be, in this case, green.
I mean, you have talked about wanting to do the same thing just with Trunks, all right?
Yeah, so the list that we have built is the cooler package, which is like X amount of coolers, which is going to be determined still, and then 4 Getty stars, maybe some Crusher balls. And that's all your yellow cards. You don't really invest in yellow at all. It's just for that package. Like, it's a huge package, but it's just Getty star being used. And then in this case, it's the androids because the leader really buffs them. You have, 20Ks for 2 is ridiculous.
Yes.
And then 25s for 4 with double strike is also ridiculous. You don't have to go to late game. Those are your late game guys. They do what late game guys do in the Android deck, which is super cool. But what I want to build is similar. It's going to have the stupid cooler package, but it's going to run the Trunks leader. So the idea is if you get Getty Star, you attack with your Trunks leader, you combo cooler, draw a card. But then you get to Getty Star for 1. So effectively it becomes pay 1 for 15k, draw a card.
Yep.
And then the rest of the deck is going to be, what I'm going to try first is I'm thinking to build the Majin Buu package with Gohans because the 3-cost Gohan promo is really strong on his own, as is the new Super Gohan. That's insane. And then with the Getty Star / cooler package, my hand should be low.
Yep.
And I'll be cycling an extra card every turn to get the combo pieces to consistently turn 5 Buu Gohan smash while I have coolers coming in. That's what I want to do. I mean, it's all theory, of course. I haven't built it yet.
Sure.
This week I changed my untapped Goku because that's still my favorite leader because I'm Goku fanboy, and I think the leader's a really cool ability. I changed a bunch of stuff. I removed the ramp altogether to lower the curve. I took some of the 7 costs out. And I added a different Trunks package. It still has the Implacable Trunks, but the new Bulma that lets you tutor I think it's really cool. Being able to tutor. And then now in my deck, I have 3, 3, and 3 of 1 cost, Implacable, and actually the super buff triple strike guy on 4. Initially, when I read him, I thought it said when he's in play, your opponent's guys all get blocker, but only during his attack.
Yes.
So if they want to throw a guy in front of him, sure. If not, they're dealing with a triple strike on 4 mana. And in my case, I can play 2 in a turn pretty easily with Untapped Goku, like early. Like turn 5, I can do it.
Yes.
Especially with the addition of Kid Trunks, who is combo on tap of blue. Like, why? Why is that okay?
But see, that you're going back to that same issue of my 2 cents of blue is just the untapped portion. I don't think should be a thing.
I think the problem people have with the untapped is that everyone's using it to, like, oh, I'm going to play a high-cost guy and then not be screwed. I'm like, no, I'm going to play 2 medium-cost guys that are massive. Specifically Gotenks, because he also untaps.
That's fair. So it's interesting because in my Android cooler build, I feel right now I currently run 2 TNs. I think I need to bump that up to 3. And why do I need to do that? I was playing one of the locals last night. He was playing his Vegito build, and he was just going after my battle card instead of my leader. So what would happen? Like I would, spend resources to call these people out, and then he wouldn't hit me, so I would have nothing in hand, like no combos. It was just very difficult, and that's made the game feel slow. Tien is pretty awesome because the last game we played, he was able to evolve his Vegito all the way up to the SR, And on my turn, I just blew him away with TN.
We can talk about my problem with Vegito also. That was pretty rough.
What?
I don't know. I was playing, like, when I first started playing the new set, and then I didn't, know all the interactions. It was just rough where it's like, oh, I'm at 5 life. So he plays 4 cost Vegito, hits me, couldn't deal with it. He's like, cool. Turn into the 7 cost, triple strike, and I'm a 75k before I combo.
Yep.
I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm dead. I didn't have a negate. That was it.
Yeah, so...
and this is my turn 3, his 4.
Yeah, so one thing we've noticed that games are speeding up, right? You say you don't like it. I personally like it.
It's not that they're speeding up that I don't like. There's situations where it's just like, I'm going to play this one card and blow you out. Like the 7 cost Vegito, the cooler, the super rare cooler. Who else did it that was really like over the top? Like the cell even isn't as bad as I initially thought. But there was one other one that was like...
Well, one of the ones I want to bring up. Activate battle, right? On the card. I thought he had to do this before he swings.
Completely unplayable.
Well, I mean, I know, because then, you can hold a negate for that. He swung with this, and he's like, any negates, blocks. I like to just say counters. And I said no. He was like, oh, really? He activates it, dumps his hand, and I'm like, well then, I guess that's how you play this card. Because at the end of the turn,
if you don't win, you lose.
Exactly. So,
I mean, it puts you in a threat of a triple strike at any point. But like, what's cute about it is because then you're still playing other guys who are threats that have to get stopped, and then you're just like, I'm not gonna combo with them, but you have to not lose. And then Gohan's like, I'm a 20. And now I'm a 30, 40, and then up to like 70 or 80, and you lose. I don't like it, but I see where the appeal is. I mean, I haven't lost to it yet, but I also haven't played that many games. But I think it's not like as bad as everyone's talking about. It's not like Red Goku, who's also a Zenzubin, since you really like that Zenzubin effect.
I mean, that's fair. One of the things I want to talk about as well is that Babidi, this was a 6-drop Babidi.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like.
Remember what we saw it though? How nuts we thought it was. Like, what are they thinking? And nobody's playing it right now.
Well, I mean, the Jesus last night.
I mean, I would. So
he has him in his Vegito build, but he was able to pull out. What does it say? It says
top 7 or top 10. I don't remember for 2 red cards that are 25k or less. That's
what I want to talk about. So Vegito says that all your Gokus in all areas are blue, red, green, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you do the top 10 and they're in your hand to choose, they should still be color restricted.
They're in an area, so they're every color.
That's not is that an area?
Everywhere is an area. Anywhere in the game. I mean, that's what is intended.
That's what it's intended, but like he was able to pull out the blue and 2 that weren't red. I forget what they were, and I was like, "This is nuts." Like I understand.
Not intended.
I mean,
flavor-wise, anyway.
Yeah. So I know we talked about this on a previous podcast, and it's broken. But just having that played against you, and you're just like, "But that's not really a red card." But technically, kind of like I asked for Bandai about this, about when they're going to get a U.S. rep, and just goes around in circles. I know that they told me that the UK stuff or the EU stuff is going to happen pretty soon. I mentioned to them that
matter to you, though, over there.
No, but they. So one of the questions that was asked to me recently is how much of my stuff went to the EU versus the US, and I said probably about 5 to 10%. And then I gave them the countries where I ship stuff to. They were amazed. People from Israel, from Germany, from England. Where else did I ship out stuff to?
Get the job at Bandai. I should be the U.S. rep.
And also to some, not Philippines this time around, because now they have stores over there, but a lot of places in the EU that I just didn't even think about it. Spain, and Portugal.
Just getting the cards in English, because, I mean, there might not even be Portuguese print, your Dragon Ball.
No idea, but they were like, oh, so when we get this, is it gonna hurt you? I guess they're really really want to know that? And I was like, no, I just want to see the game grow. I always, and I've told them in the past, and I don't know if they understood when I say this, that I tell people to support the LGSs, although I support the beard. So
if you don't support your LGS, you'll be playing on your kitchen table, and that's it.
Or on TTS, or on which sucks, or Octagon,
which also sucks.
I prefer Octagon over TTS.
Okay, well, if they both suck, then it doesn't really matter.
Not disagreeing with you. So one of the other leaders that I wanted to talk about, I guess, I'm just still so disappointed. Like this Goku Black. Like I know.
No, dude, I think he's nuts still. I don't care.
You think so?
I think he's nuts.
Like a friend of the show. I know he's working on it. Matthew Combs. He's working on a Goku Black list. I'm not gonna go ask for his list. I'm gonna just try to analyze and see. I guess I'm not understanding this card right.
I saw the one kid over here. He was playing. He like turn ones Goku's powers and objections.
This one?
Yeah, and like I think it was his turn 4. He evolved Goku Black to rip his opponent's energies out. I was like, okay, that seems all right. That seems fine because he's always a turn ahead. So if he plays an objection on free mana and then still plays stuff, because objection's bad. But if you're already free ramp built into your leader, at least for the turn, plus doing real ramp, I'm glad we didn't get any more ramp this set. But like, if you can like turn 1 objection, you can actually turn 2 Whis, and you're 2 turns ahead already. 3 when you use your hero power.
But then, so now you have to use objections and use Whis into your build. So
it's fine
for that.
You can cut out a lot of your low cost stuff because you're always going to be ramped. You're consistently going to ramp. You still play Bulma, so you have 12 ways to draw ramp. And all you're trying to do is evolve Super Rare Goku Black to destroy through your opponent's energy.
Which
that is so detrimental. The game is over.
Which could be crucial because if your opponent has, if they're playing if they're not playing a mono build and they're relying on 2 or 3 of blue or red, whatever color, and you rip those out, they are screwed.
Or if you have a perfect storm and you just it's my 4 and you're 3, cool. It's your first turn again. And I have a Goku Black punching you in the face.
Maybe I should revisit Goku Black because, like I said, the Black arc, the Goku Black arc is my favorite arc.
And then even if you don't go for that build, there's so many things you can do where you're just ahead the whole time.
I guess we're just going to sit down and talk about this because, like I said, the only leaders that were uncommons that I wanted to touch were the androids and potentially Babidi as a joke deck. But I guess people think my
I mean, it's cute.
But see, I wanted to try. I want to see statistically how often can I pull it off. For those of you who don't know, so Deborah says if he's dulled or.
Yeah, let's talk about this Goku for a second. I know you're in the middle of saying something.
Well, hold on. Let me finish this. Before I forget. So the Babidi says, or the Deborah says, if he's dulled, opponent can't attack Babidi, and then you got Tagoma. You get 2 on the field. And it says if these are dulled, it can't attack any other creature or battle card. And then you have 2 of them, they protect each other. So pretty much your opponent is just sitting there doing nothing. But go ahead with the Goku.
So I just complained about, during this podcast even, not even going anywhere further back, about both Cooler and Ghost Tanks. But this guy just crushes them.
The Son Goku uncommon leader?
He's cool, Zenzu Bean. Combo me, bro.
You mean on the back or on the front?
On both.
No, they both say duration. This one says duration of battle.
Oh, okay, so the back only.
The back one says duration of turn.
Okay, so I guess just the back side. But you're red, so flipping won't be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be nice to. It'd be nice to play this. I mean, there's so many. Well, with the amount of leaders we got right now, I mean, there's nice new combinations that you can build and try and test out. I'm just interested to see what the first ARG regional, who's going to win that, what deck is going to win that. I can tell you this, that I'm not going to any other ARG regionals besides Orlando.
When is it?
It's my birthday weekend. It's December 15th, 16th. My birthday's on the 19th, by the way, if you guys want to send packages to Beer Collectibles.
I know what date is. I'll get it off.
I accept donations.
What deck are you going to bring?
I'm still
as of right now. If you had to pick tomorrow, we're going. What deck are you bringing? Untested.
Untested. Does my Android deck count? Because I technically have tested it already.
It's not as count as untested. It's fine. You can count that one. Is that what you want to bring for real?
If I had to bring a deck that was untested, it would have to be like a combination of.
It doesn't have to be untested. I'm saying right now, if you were gonna pick a deck that you would go with, before like, oh, I would bring Cell if I had time to test it. We're not talking about that. We're talking about right now. What deck do you think would be the right choice without any time to think about it?
Freeze it with the new Ginyu promos.
Really?
Why are you still surprised?
God, because it's like.
And would you play Captain Ginyu as the leader in that one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But Cold Bloodlust.
Yeah.
It breaks everything
consistently.
I mean, I just.
So the deck idea is to play all your cards. So you need more cards. And then who are you going to sacrifice?
But would it be mono or would you splash?
It's probably going to be mono. Because I think it's deck stupid. I still don't like that deck.
What do you mean you don't like it?
I like it's a good deck. Especially with Cooler. I think Cooler's just a better version of it. I think that they put the 2 promos out there. It makes the deck better than it was. But, like, I think one card vomits your hand out. But you have to have a hand to vomit out.
Sure.
And then if you don't have another way to buff them, they're still just 10Ks.
Doesn't a promo buff all?
I think it buffs them by 5K or something, which puts them at 15, which is still what Coolers are at.
It's just when I saw one of our other locals, Tommy play Cooler, it just felt clunky.
I don't think it's clunky. I think maybe the builds are just kind of like, here's the obvious version, and it needs to be banged out to be a better version.
Well, because I feel like people are like want to drop 30, 40 meta coolers.
That's wrong right away.
Yeah. So, but it's interesting that meta coolers went to like $1.50, $1.25 on TCG.
I thought they were going to be higher, honestly. Like, when you have a card like that in Magic, I think it's only happened once. Or when I used to play Wild Card Game, Ogremar Grunts, which I still have as my Magic tokens.
Sure.
They were like $3 or $4 for no reason. Because, like, one guy that wants to build a deck is going to take a big chunk of
the market.
And a lot of times, too, in the other games, it made them uncommons. I'm glad that Bandai made them commons.
But still, so from all the cases I've opened, you can either pull 3 in a box up to 5 in a box.
Well, 5 in a box is a lot. And, like, for me, I'm never, now I want to play with Trunks. But, like, there's people who don't want to build that package. And they're like, whatever, cool. And they use it to trade for rares that they do want. And it's good for the game, I think, in one way. But not if it becomes, like, the best deck. Then it's bad.
Yeah, and speaking of which, that the rare cell is like up to $8.
The rare one?
Yeah.
Because it makes the super rare playable. You can't play without it.
Not disagreeing with you.
I need to get a deck built. I really want to try, like, I want to play Light of Hope Trunks or whatever he's called, the big sword one. That's not Light of Hope Trunks. That's the promo.
Oh, the SR? Hold on, keep talking. I'll pull up out.
But, like, to me, it's so lame that, like, Raging Goku has triple strike or double strike, but triple strike if you have dead Krillin, which I think is totally, like, acceptable. I don't even have to play Krillin, whatever. I'll deal double strike. But Trunks, if you don't have Goku and Vegeta, he does a single damage. Which, I mean, his effect's cool, but, like, when I'm playing a 6 cost, he needs to at least have double strike. Or critical or something. I mean, I don't need critical. I want double strike.
Which Trunks are we talking about?
The sword.
This one?
Badass.
Right here. The Constant Hope.
Constant. I always hope something. Let me get some of these. Yeah, it says evolve, whatever. If both Son Goku and Vegeta are in your battle area or drop area, can it be a combination? Does it say and or? It says or. This card gains triple strike. Oh no, triple strike does.
I'm sure it can be either or.
I think it's intended to be either or.
Considering the fact the way they ruled the Vegeta one. Where's the Vegeta one? That says when this card attacks, this card gains 5k power for each Son Goku and Vegeta in your drop area for the duration of the turn. I thought it was a pair, but no, it's for each individual one.
Well, anyway, the reason I want to play this card is because the Trunks package and a couple games I got to test it and it was really powerful. Being able to like evolve to Implacable Trunks and then just grabbing another Negate or another Zenzu Bean to have a bigger combo turn, grabbing even another guy that I can attack with, like it just seems so powerful. I don't know how I feel about after the set change going to set 2, how I feel about the 1-drop Trunks anymore, Slasher Trunks. He kind of feels like far less relevant than he at one point was.
Yeah, because I mean, this Trunks evolves for 5. I'm surprised.
Why is this Vegeta super rare? Like, get the fuck out.
Every time I see that, I'm just not a fan of that.
It looks really sweet though. It looks like
wasn't somebody trying to convince you that it's actually a good card?
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that, but they were, and I was like, all right, dude, whatever you say, show me.
Oh, it's Jiren.
I don't argue with people. I just say, all right, dude, show me. That's my go-to now because I'm lazy. This guy's bullshit. Place one out of cooler from your battle area and your drop area. 15 power. That's whatever. But when you play this card or when it attacks, if Big Getty Star is under this card, choose 2 meta coolers from your drop area and play them. Like, get out of here. That is a 5-character swing if you evolve over Big Getty Star.
Is it let me read it?
Like when you play him over Big Getty Star, he comes out, so that's 1 guy. Then he brings 2 guys, so that's 3 guys. And then when he attacks, it's 2 more guys.
Yeah, maybe. So it's difficult to, I guess. So it's difficult to understand what was going on with that locals list with the cooler. I'm pretty sure it was just mono yellow.
Almost he doesn't have double strike or anything.
Yeah, but wait.
But I know what he does, so it's fine.
Yeah, so like I said, Meta Cooler looks cool. Like I'm still gonna try him. I'm still gonna make my own list, give it a shot, and go from there because this is. I don't know. Like I feel like the cooler package needs something else.
I don't. I think it's if you can't stop. I think what we need is a way to destroy fields. I think not being able to break a field is like, all right, cool. I guess we're just never gonna.
Well, the only one in camera now is what, Brawly?
Yeah, but it takes so much work. You can't just be like, cool, and break that. You have to clear their board and then do it.
Yeah, but see, some also got the indestructible, which can be a pain for some people.
This Gohan, like, I'm surprised nobody's playing him. I think he's really powerful.
Both Gohans.
People are playing the other Gohan now.
Not here locally.
Oh, they're bad then, I'll tell you.
I haven't seen anybody play that Gohan locally. I'm probably going to start going to other shop tournaments on Sundays when the shop's not open. I'm also going to be probably playing the people that have the buy or.
This is what I wanted to do so bad.
Oh, the Evolve?
No. Play the 5 cost, throw Gohan underneath, search for the 7 cost, and then just you're dead.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. We got to talk about that build. That's something else that would be like nobody's running Boo. Well, then again, nobody's running that. No one's running that Boo because I feel like people think they have to run the Bobbity stuff and they don't.
They don't. Like you just and the package is so small comparatively to the new packages we have. Like the Cell package is at least 11 cards. But before you count the androids that you also have to run.
Yeah.
But the Cell package itself is 11 cards. Then you go into the androids, which is going to be at least, we'll be conservative and say 12. That's actually half your deck.
So, like I said, the original list in the Android list was a mono green build, right? And it did start off with the Cell package. It's cute, I guess. So here's the thing, like you can go all the way up to 7-drop. Almost turn 3? Consistent. Well, not really.
Yep. Every game I play with in the deck that I was playing with.
I must have had bad draws because it only happened once.
Get them all, get into it.
I
don't know what to tell you, man. I did it every game.
I did. I would have either a 17 or an 18, and I even played 20 to search one out if I couldn't pull one, and it was just it felt too I don't know. Maybe I just had bad draws.
Maybe you did. I don't tell you, but it worked for me. Worked for me real well. But the problem, like I said, is after that, with Cell as the leader, I felt like that was all I was doing. But every time I looked, I'm like, oh, I have 2/3 costs and I have 4 energy. That would be great. Just play 2 dudes down and go in. But there was never 2 dudes. The androids just cost 3. It's awful.
Well, yeah, but I mean, so you're talking about running Cell leader.
In this case, I was. I'm talking about it being so much better with the android leader.
Yeah. I mean, so it's difficult. Cell leader is like after rereading him more than once, he's a strong leader. I mean, well, so first off, after all the leaders that we've seen over the weekend and played, which one right now do you think is the strongest?
Untap Goku?
From the new set.
What are the rare ones?
The shitty cooler.
They're the good cooler, too. I don't even remember what the shitty cooler does. Wow. Don't even get them. I know it's so bad.
Hold my beer.
Oh, God. What was the red one? The red one's Vegito. I think it's Vegito, dude. I think it's Vegito because so many of the Goku and Vegeta cards are actually still good and not hot garbage.
Are you? Wait, which cooler is good?
Okay, well that's chilled.
Well, I know. I just want to make sure you know which one's which.
And that's cooler.
Yeah. So you tell me this cooler is good?
I mean, meta cooler is what I meant.
Okay, that's fair. Because I was like, are we on the same page?
This guy's like steaming garbage. Plus, he requires you to have the promos from set 1.
And this chill, like I just don't like the packages that they force you to play.
No, I think he might be cute. No one's building him yet in this area, but like just seeing what Ghost Tanks and other thing cooler that just consistently floods the board. Him being able to flood the board, I mean, the fact that they're 10Ks is a little scary.
Well, he's a 15K on your turn.
Well, not him. I'm talking about tokens.
Oh, yes. But then wouldn't you run into the same issue as the Ginyu Force at that point?
No, how does he make tokens? Does he just like poop them out?
I'm pretty sure he doesn't just poop out tokens.
He just poop one out, dude. During his turn, when his card attacks... Oh, what? When his card attacks, play 1 Chilled Army token. That's the front side. Oh, yeah, when his card attacks, draw a card and play an army token. Every time he attacks, he poops out a dude.
But then you gotta have the other 2 out, the other 2 battle cards. So one grant them right combo power, and what's the other one do? We talked about this last 2 weeks ago.
I don't know. It's just like it is the same problem as Ginyu Force with all 10Ks, but you're not losing cards every time you play one. You're just like poop guy out, and then you don't have to play the other dudes until like what you end up doing is going for a big alpha strike where it's like attack. All right, cool. Attack, sack him, 10K, 15K. Attack, sack the other one, 15K. I don't know. I think it might be cool to build. Just
if you want to
build some decks, I think you should build some decks.
Yeah, if you want to try that, because I'm not even remotely interested in Shield.
I love token decks. Every game I play, that's what I want to build. Like when I saw Gotenks, I'm like already thinking about Gotenks builds. Like people are gonna jump on the Gotenks train when we get the Gotenks leader because the event becomes ridiculous. 2 for 2 15Ks is like huge. It's just not consistent right now because if you play all the Gotenks, you might not have them.
Exactly.
Then you have a dead card. Like no one wants to have a card in their hand that they can't play. Like it's the worst feeling.
Yep. Especially when I'm trying to combo and I use a perfect garden and pull a big Getty Star.
Yeah, I love that.
Ooh, that hurts. That hurts. But it's a risk, it's a gamble.
That's what's cool about that Goku too, is that you can pitch things you normally couldn't. But like it's so hard to justify playing him. Because why do you want your leader to be defensive, especially in red?
Why would you want your leader to be defensive?
I mean, the problem is that he's red, and he doesn't have to be a red deck. We say that a lot, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Obviously, it'll be red blue, so you can have like 8 turns of plus 5K. Actually, be more than 8 because you do infinite turns with him at plus 5K. But
what do you mean infinite turns?
not infinite turns, but you can every turn pitch a card to get a 5K.
Fair.
And then you can still Zenzu Bean. So there's at least 4 turns where you can Zenzu Bean and use your power.
That's fair. I agree with that.
But that would he might see play if, for one thing, if leaders could be on the sideboard, he would be on every sideboard. Every sideboard.
You think so?
I think so. Because if you sit across from a guy who just spams ghost tanks, especially when we start getting ghost tanks builds, that they just play a bunch of tokens, you're gonna be have a great matchup. And then if you play against Cooler, it's all right, dude. Combo with every one of your Coolers.
They're gonna have to, because
But it doesn't matter because you can't put leaders on sideboard, which I think is bad. There's distinct hero or villain, because that would be a cool way to
No, there's no hero or villain. Not like in Pansy.
Yeah, but I was saying that, right? Because that'd be cool, as a restriction to still kind of open it up, is where you can have, heroes only on your sideboard if you're a hero, or opposite even.
Yeah, so the meta of this set is going to be interesting, guys. We're going to see more builds, more crazy stuff on the Facebook pages. I just can't wait to see what... Because remember, for the longest, no one was playing Untapped Goku. For the longest. And then it picked up somewhere.
That was my boy from the start. I wanted to play Goku. Definitely wasn't playing Saiyan God Goku as a leader. Hot garbage. That was there. There's only 2 Goku leaders in set 1. And this is the only new one we got?
Maybe? Can't off the...
You kind of have him if you want to count him.
Goku Black is not Goku.
His name is literally Goku.
It doesn't matter. We know.
I know it's not. It's physically him, but it's
Spoiler
not
alert.
technically him.
We're not going to continue with that.
Oh, my bad. Spoilers.
So...
At this point, that's weeks ago. Months ago, actually.
But still.
I'm talking about what happened this week that was totally not okay.
People are still waiting for the dub, so...
Those people are not real Dragon Ball fans. That's rude to say, but I said it.
We watch it here at the shop every Saturday night. Order some pizza, wings, and white pizza, baby. We are not sponsored by them, but
we wouldn't mind being sponsored.
But yeah, if you're listening to this podcast, we would love the sponsorship. So Tony, I guess let's jump off this meta thing. But before we do, what is the next deck you want to build for this meta?
So I want to fine tune Untapped Goku. I think that card's still good, especially with the addition of the common Trunks. Make sure that we're on the talk about saying one when you combos you untap.
Yes.
So there was a turn that I was playing, and I was able to play 2 Go Tanks and Evolve and Implacable Trunks, having 6 mana in total in play between Zenzu Bean's Trunks and Goku's power. It was such a huge swing. I drew 2 cards. I got a card back with Implacable Trunks, and I was like, all right, your turn, I guess. And he took, I think 5 damage that turn. It was so massive. And I still had a bunch of dudes.
Yep.
So, just I feel like the Trunks package might not be right in that deck. I want to try it with the Super Rare Trunks, because that gives me a late game engine where I can be damn, attack, combo Piccolo.
Yep.
Because Piccolo's blue and he costs 2. And then gives me 2 cards or whatever it does. No, he just lets me combo it. Anyway. And then after I build that, I want to build the Trunks Cooler deck. And then the Trunks Cooler deck, the sub package will be the Gohan and Boo.
Well, you're talking about Blue. Would you drop the Trunks and Constant Hope in there?
That's what I'm talking about. I want to try him in there. Because, I want to play the 3-drop Vegeta that is mini Bardock. Everyone says he sucks because he can't break tokens. He still breaks a lot of things.
Yes.
Breaking a cell that they put out there at the wrong time is good enough for me. Or no, it's 2 guys that add up to 3. I guess they'll break the
Which one, the Bardock? Yeah, 2 that...
Not the Bardock. The Vegeta that is like Bardock.
So...
Or is it 2... I think it's 2 guys that add up to 3.
Sure. Something like that.
Because that'll give me Vegeta for the Trunks, and I'm already running the Goku that draws a card. So I don't have to squeeze in a Goku. I can also run different Gokus or Vegetas as that comes about. I'm trying to get this Vegeta on top at the same time. That's probably a bad decision. And the third deck, I'm going to build Vegito just because Goku fanboyism. The deck's going to be mostly Goku with a couple of Vegetas and finishing in Vegito. it's a pretty good idea. I've seen other people play it. My problem is that it seems like not what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be kind of like a toolboxy type build, but it just seems like slam Vegito and win is what it really.
Yeah, because I mean, what the 5-drop says mill top 10, pull a Vegito from your drop area. Jesus tried to cheat me out yesterday, calling you out, Jesus. He was like, it's from drop area or deck. And I was like, no, it's from drop area.
Yo, that would be too broken.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, mill 10, you lose the game.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, sure. So, fine.
Exactly. So
actually, Vegeta is worse than Bardock because it's cost 2 or less that total up to 3. So you can't target Cell. But you can target any blockers.
That was weird. 2 or less up to 3.
Right, so it has to be a 1 and a 2.
A 2, yeah. Yeah, no.
I don't know. Maybe I won't play that Vegeta. I'll have to look. Like, I took him out for this set. Raging Attacker. I could put in Furious Yell, because Furious Yell is still really good.
Furious Yell is the equivalent of Tien.
No, he's not.
I mean, you just don't get to draw.
Yeah, I also take 1 less damage. But I also, I'm still running Results of Training, even though everyone makes fun of me. Because last night when we were playtesting, I was able to awaken at a life because no one wanted to attack me. Like, sure. Now you're downhill battle the whole game.
Yeah, so at first I was really against the results, but now I'm still on the fence, leaning more towards it's pretty nice to have.
I mean, it untaps 4 energy after you use it.
Yeah, so it costs 5.
Yeah. So it restricts you as far as turns go. But being locked out in this game and not flipping is so easy to lose the game at that point.
So would you play results in Goku Black deck?
No. He can flip himself.
Fair. Now you have me. I'm curious now. I just need the promos.
No, you don't.
I want the promos.
Oh, that's different. Can't help you there. But the list I was doing didn't play the promos. Like, it was just go in and poop on people. Was there a Goku Black in the dash packs?
No, it was Cell, Goku, Ginyu, and
Gohan. No. What was the green one?
Cell.
Okay, what was the red one? Majin Vegeta?
Was it Majin Vegeta?
So open some fun. I can't do that.
I mean, I made it rain on the... Hold on. Keep talking, Tony.
I guess we're just awful. I'm going to just look it up on the phone because that's the quickest possible way.
Red was Vegito.
Oh, red was Vegito. Because we just got 8 different Vegitos.
Yep. So it's interesting because... if you tuned in when I live streamed the opening of the case before the release came out, I got some messages pretty much, and they weren't from Bandai. Somebody wanted to report me, Tony.
What?
For opening the case.
At a store?
Yes.
Go for it. See what happens.
I was like, okay. And this word got back to me, and I was like, are you being serious right now? How do you think stores prep for release day? All I did was open up a case that I was going to open up anyways and just live streamed it. Wasn't a big deal, but no.
I mean, Magic would have made it a big deal. I don't think
No. The rule for Magic is that as long as the set is released and spoiled,
you're right.
You can live stream opening cases. And they wanted to get me on this. I'm like, are you being serious? I know that some...
This Vegito is really good.
Oh, the Dash Pack one?
Yeah, I totally forgot what he did. He's really good. What is the special pack, dude?
Special pack?
Yeah, who was the special pack guy in this set?
Samasu.
Is he good?
Oh, we need him to go get it?
I got it right here.
Okay.
Is 4-cost one? Almighty...
Yes.
Zamasu. Awful. No, let's see what it actually does. 20k 4, it's okay. Black Zamasu, place card for leader Zamasu. Oh, so it is bad. So I'm going to stop reading after it says for leader card Zamasu.
Yep.
I'm going to read it again. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards. Actually, it's not bad, except that you have to play Zamasu.
So a few things we noticed that, I don't know if your locals have done this or seen this. Somebody, for example, thought Zamasu was worded differently and said that if you were at 1 life and they try to hit you with triple strike, you only mill 5.
Yeah, I definitely don't know where that came from.
I don't know either. I corrected that quickly because I was like, no, it's 3. You get hit 3 times. It says on the card, if you get hit with dual strike, you're milling 10.
Yeah, it's literally on the card. That's right. And like, I didn't ever listen to our podcast, but when I think it was Matt that was on there with us, we're like, you take a bunch of cards. You
Yes.
mill a bunch of cards.
Yes. I don't know where they got this from. You know, they were pretty salty, the locals, because they came in the next day and just totally were raffle stomped because they were playing Samasu.
Yeah, he's bad.
Which
really disappoints me because not only is he a cool character, he is like, I know they were trying to go for with the invulnerable, spoilers, but
well, you can say indestructible because that's what's on the cards.
Sure, I guess. Because if you play the game, you're getting spoilers anyway. But I don't like the way they went about doing it. It's not really even close to what it does. It barely gives you any more life. You might have 9 or 10 life that game, but like you also don't.
Just not a fan of.
And he locks you into playing blue or whatever. Like your cards you reveal have to be blue, or you just mill yourself a life.
Yes.
He's so bad.
Just not a fan of that. Not a fan of the Samasu leader.
Had 0 cards to support him, like we were talking about, that would be relevant. Like there's no cards that are like shuffle in X cards.
That would have been nuts. If there was a card, if there was a blue card that said shuffle in.
Reminisce.
Yeah, shuffle in 5 cards if you're Samasu back into your deck. That would have been nuts.
Reminisce is from Magic. It's target player shuffles their discard pop back into their deck.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine that with Zamasu? It was like, all right, I guess I actually lose this game now.
So there should have been 2 secret rares. One, the Vegito, which we've already seen, and the other one should have been a card that supports Samasu.
No.
Yes.
You should not be a secret rare that is required to make a deck playable. The reason I'm okay with
the Vegito
is you can play the Vegito deck without him.
I agree.
The 7 cost is almost as good as him and easier to play.
Listen, I just wanted something to justify playing Samasu, okay?
I mean, that's fair. We can build that deck. I think that could be a cool deck.
Yeah, well,
but the problem is, like, the Goku Black and Zamasus are bad. Like, the battle card versions? I mean, I don't say bad.
I think they're really high cost that you need to Patora for them. I mean, the one that reps 3 energy from the opponent is obviously the strongest one, in my opinion.
Right, but I think he requires you to evolve.
Yeah, you have to.
So you'd have to play one of the bad Zamasus, which I guess is better. The problem with evolve I've always had is that you're really only playing 1 less for every evolve card except the Dash Pack Goku, who was amazing, by the way.
Yeah, man. I mean, you evolve him on 7. He has triple strike, and when you evolve him, that's when he rips the 3 energy out. So if you're already on turn 7 and your opponent has 7 energy, you just drop them down to 4. You do that again, you drop them down to 1. Can you just imagine that?
Yeah, that's why you do it in a ramp deck. So you do it before they have 7 energy, when they have like 4 or 5.
Yes. So, anything else you want to add to the meta talk?
I like the fact that there's so many decks that there can be. My biggest problem, like I said, is that how quickly games can just end out of nowhere.
Yeah, we were ending games yesterday in turn 3, turn 4.
I don't like that. Like every game I played, the turn I got to end, I either won or lost by turn 3 and 4.
Yep. One of the other things, guys, if you're playing Xeno Button and then think you can counter afterwards or negate, you're playing Xeno Button wrong. You only get 1 action per se during your negate phase. Right, Tony?
Yes, only 1 window to negate.
So,
is there really only this many? Is there not? I thought it was a 4-cost black. Because there's the leader, there's that. You have to evolve over that. Is this like a hit 2.0?
Yeah, it really is hit 2.0. But at least we got that promo now, and that's a 3-drop. That does at least something. It's not just a vanilla.
I swear that there was a 4-cost. Is Zamasu 4-cost? Is that what I'm thinking then?
Maybe. Nah, I don't know. I don't have all the cards in front of me off the top of my head. But what other mistakes have we seen been played? The Samasu leader, the Xeno Button.
Not really a lot. Our play group's pretty strong.
And then the Trunks of Constant Hope, right? So there's a game that was going on, and he swung with Trunks, and the guy was going to do his auto. The auto says, when it's attacked, choose up to 1 blue card, battle card in your drop area and combo with it. And the guy was like, wait, if I want to negate that, does he still get to draw off the perfect guard?
See, I think that's a good question because, like, in a lot of games, even though his auto triggers before combo, there wouldn't be a combo phase. So
you're right, but it does it outside the. It does it outside.
I agree with you. I know it works that way, but I'm saying that's.
Well, we had to look that one up because that one was like it literally paused the game for probably 10 minutes.
Right, but that's like I'm saying it's a relevant question. A lot of it. So I'm an asshole. I screenshot awful questions. I don't troll people on the internet because that's not the kind of asshole I am. But I show my friends awful questions. I want to pull one up. Like most of them.
Come on, you're gonna call somebody out now?
I'm not gonna call anybody out. I'm just gonna read one of the questions.
Well, what happens?
It's been long enough that hopefully.
What happens if this person listens to the podcast? They'll be like,
"Damn, that was pretty stupid. Why would I think that?"
Oh man, we're gonna lose a few listeners off of this one.
Oh no, it's gonna be. Is this one?
A whole 5 listeners.
This was the screenshot of me saying, "Look, Bandai was super like retarded with Gohan. Remember when Gohan got errata and then changed right back in set 1?"
Oh, so speaking of which, so I believe there's an email floating around that the promo Gohan was errata to say Sun Gohan Adolescence because right now it says Gohan Adolescence, and to evolve the Boo to 7-drop, you need a Sun Gohan Adolescence.
Most of these rule questions are for Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy does a lot worse than Dragon Ball with these awful questions.
Go ahead, just throw one out there.
Let's see.
Should we start like a segment on the podcast of stupid question?
I don't have that many.
Sunday?
So there's a card that says in Final Fantasy, it says everybody, all cards take an extra 1,000 damage. And the question is literally do my guys also take an additional 1,000 damage? Doesn't say your opponent, doesn't say yours, it says all forwards. So essentially in this game, all battle cards, whatever, it'd be the same effect.
Yep.
I'm trying to find the Dragon Ball one on here. I have so many Final Fantasy ones.
Yeah, Tony sends these to me throughout all hours of the day where sometimes I have to block him, so he stops messaging me. Dude,
some of these are real bad.
This is why I usually block you.
I wish I could remember one.
Or I'm sorry, I mute the conversation, and then when I want to get a chuckle, I'm sure I'm probably on there a few times. Remember?
No, none of yours were that bad.
I mean, I did ask about the Lulu one, like early on, and
that was bad, dude.
It was a legitimate question.
You can never pay a cost in any game ever with your opponent's stuff.
Dude.
Ever.
Maybe things change. I don't know.
No. I can't find one. This is embarrassing.
Gotta love Lulu backup. Anyway, so you want to just proceed?
Yeah, just move on.
So the last thing we're going to talk about, guys, promos, right?
I found one.
Found one. Go ahead.
Golden Frieza can drop a Frieza army card from your hand. It's even worded awful, but it's asking if you can, pay 1, discard a card, untap 2, draw a card. No!
I was hoping you were going to bring that one up.
I mean, this is the first one I found.
Well, I saw who posted that, and I remember.
I realized that as I was reading it, but I was fully invested. Oh, here's another one. Can you search for Whis' coercion with Bulma?
That one is not as.
It's not as bad.
Because some people thought that you could. I don't know.
Because Whis is in the name, I guess, but in this game, name is actually a trait. Like, it's down here in the corner.
Yeah, it's actually a character. So, are we done going over?
We're done. You go.
Okay.
I'm still looking.
So, next thing we want to talk about is promos, guys. So, yes, if you order from me, you got your dash packs. One of the things that on Bearded Collectibles, there's the Set 2 Union Force Wave 2 up for pre-order. I am unsure if if dash packs were only for Wave 1, Wave 2. I haven't heard anything just yet. If they are for Wave 2, you will also get your dash packs. So go ahead and continue to pre-order through beardedcollectibles.com. With that being said, these dash packs, right? We've already told Bandai that if you decide to do this next time, make them top loaders. Or
in the box?
Box toppers is what I really mean.
Like Magic used to a long time ago?
Or the cell, what I even forgot the saga in Pansy, where it had the cell. Perfection?
Yeah, I think so.
Where it had the cells, and they should have been inside from the get-go. Mailing these out was a fucking nightmare. I had to tape them in the boxes. Some of them I included them in special packs.
I think the reason they did it this way is that you can kind of discretionary use them after X amount of time for tournament entry stuff, special events. That way you have your hands on them without having to open boxes. Then you also have them like, say a guy comes in and buys 5 packs, he doesn't get a dash pack. Or he does if you want to give him a dash pack. You know what I'm saying?
No, he doesn't because he needs to buy 12.
You know, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying like a store that's not selling boxes at a time. They have an option of what to do with it.
Sure, that's fair.
Unfortunately, what is another option is opening them and selling them. But
yeah, like someone did, and then was selling for $5 a piece. Totally crashed the market for that.
Good.
I agree because the promos, again, time and time again, should have been alt arts. People who say that promos or alt arts don't drive people into the stores, I disagree with you. There's a lot of Magic promos that are just way up there because they're alt arts.
Yeah, let's talk about Walk the Plank right now. Not Walk the Plank. Fatal Push.
Fatal Push.
Anyway, let's not talk about it. But I don't like about the dash packs. The Vegito isn't mandatory. The Cell's alright. I think he's a little better than playing the set 1 promo 1 as a 1 or 2 of in the Cell deck. The Ginyu is mandatory if you want to play Ginyu. You need 4 of those Ginyus.
But the plus is that they all come in foil.
I do like that. Oh yeah, they're all foil. I can't remember the other one. I keep forgetting these. I feel like I'm retarded right now. I do also like the dash packs are a little easier to get. I see a lot of people already that aren't like blowing loads of money that have them. People are willing to trade them. And it kind of incentivizes you to buy more product after you have product just for those dash packs. I do like that they are trying to make it a little more accessible. I think this would be better, honestly, for the game than tournament packs. Or make these like what I want them to do, actually, is no more tournament packs for the next 6 months. And reprint Wave 1 and Wave 2 to lower the prices and get them in the hands of more players.
I already told them to do a master set. If they really want to do something to move product, Magic has their Modern Master series. Reprint a Masters with the foil, a Master set with set 1, set 2 promos, and plus some of the key cards in foil will move that set. We know that in set 3 you were going to get foil commons, foil uncommons now. So reprinting Senzu being in foil, I know that would move.
Yeah,
all the perfect cards.
There's what, 12 promos? No, 8. There's 16 promos in Wave 1 and Wave 2?
No.
Each has 16.
Yes.
2 of each color.
Yes.
So 16, that's 32.
Yep.
Plus 4 for the dash pack, 36. And then they would pick a staple from every color. So we'll say Zenzu Bean, Raging Kava. I don't know what green would be.
Green?
Yellow would be Crusher Ball, hands down.
Yeah.
Or they can even just do all 4 of the blocks. Oh, wait, just kidding. Yellow doesn't have one. Because Raccoon's Erasure Gun is... No.
But you see what I'm saying, though, right? If they redid that, like a Master Series...
Oh, for sure. Like $35 or whatever, still buy it.
It would move.
They would buy 4, so they have a play set.
It would move, and if they decided to, I've already provided my suggestions to them, so let's see what they do next time, because I can already tell you that Tournament Kit Volume 3s are announced, per se.
I don't like how short these runs are.
But I don't feel like they're short. I feel like they're underestimating, yet again, the amount
I'm not talking about short printing. I'm talking about the time frame.
February. 3 months.
Right. So if you do one event a week at a normal person's locals, we're lucky that we have so many here. In 8 weeks, you can get 8 packs.
Wait, so going back to that, so I want to know what other local scene. Well, we have one a week except Monday.
1 day a week on Monday.
What other local scene has super tournaments 6 times a week? I want to know. Because the Central Florida area, to me, we're number 1. But, I mean, you are right. I mean, so, somebody, 12 weeks to get 16 promos?
No, 12 weeks to get 12 promos. That's assuming you get no duplicates. You'd still be missing 4.
Yeah.
And you could trade for the ones you want, but then you have run the issue where if you want Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he's $100, and you keep pulling cooler.
Yep. But that's interesting because the judge test is going to happen, and we don't know if we're going to receive foil or non-foil versions of Super Saiyan 3 Goku. if I can tell you right now, if Super Saiyan 3 Goku was not in that what you're going to receive for being a judge, I don't think people would even take the test. Because the monetary value of $100, pass the test will give you $100.
It's going to drive the price way down. It's going to flood the market.
I hope so.
But yeah, man, I do too. Like, big part of the problem I have with this game is, like, they trick you. You come into the game, everything's cheap. $8 for super rares, you only need 2 or 3. All right, let's do it. Commons and uncommons, like the most expensive uncommon was $2.
Mm-hmm.
Your deck's built. And then tournament packs.
Yep. Not a fan of them.
Bait and switch, man.
It really is, and I'm like, not a fan of them. Another thing that I want to talk about promo wise, hopefully, like I said, the dash packs and the inside the boxes. Oh, and the distributors, right? Distributors mentioned to me that every store was limited to 2 per week, right?
2 what per week?
2 tournament kits per week.
Okay.
I heard of a store getting 64 of them, and it wasn't me. 64 tournament kits. And now both distributors are out.
If it's a store, I think it is. It's probably because they get to order for their multiple locations.
Nope, there's just one location.
So it's not the store I'm thinking of.
It is, because the other locations don't have any.
Right, but they order it. Same thing happened in HeroClix. They would order it for their locations, and it would be shipped to here. Even though they don't send it to those guys, they're like, oh, we have 6 addresses, so send them all here. This is our distribution center. We're going to send it off. And then don't.
We'll discuss offline when I tell you which one I'm actually talking about, so you can know and you can see that 64 of them was sent to one wasn't even a distribution center. So, and it sucks because one of the fellow admins of the group, Jason Toro at Serenity Games, they're struggling right now. They have 0 tournament kits. They can't get one. They were promised by a distributor that they were going to get one, and guess what? Oh, guys, sorry, we got to go back on our word.
Yeah.
I've never, ever, ever helped out another store in reference to providing them tournament kits and stuff. He's the only one I would even consider, because it's really shitty when they had a player base and like now it's down to like 3 people. That sucks.
Well, the problem with this game is that, like, aside from the tournament pack stuff, everything in this game is so cheap. So you get your deck built and you're not getting tournament kits, then you don't really care. You're just going to play games for fun.
So let me rephrase what I said just now. So a store in the past, if they ask me for help, I help them get onto the BCC, help them get with all that stuff. I've never given a store a tournament kit, because then I feel that the monetary value, they're probably going to either crack it, or like, it's as soon as it's out of my possession, I don't know what's going to happen to it.
Right, and if you give it from your community, that's exactly what you're doing. You're giving it from your community.
Exactly, but he's the only one I would even consider helping, because he's also a Floridian. He's 2 hours away. He always comes over when he can. We go to Hodopoto, which he's coming for the Opus 4 pre-release. That's what he told me, because they were shafted for that too, and I got it. So
Opus 4 is Final Fantasy, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, sorry for switching that on you. But it sucks because of the Opus 4 Final Fantasy pre-release, it's on freaking Thanksgiving weekend. They couldn't make it like the weekend after? Thanksgiving weekend. November 25th, guys. GG.
Yo, Square Enix, you just hire me. I would whip that game into shape so fast.
How about Square Enix hires you and Bandai hires me? We'll be good to go.
Yo, and then we just make sure none of our events would ever overlap.
Yes. All the regionals you can.
Like, I don't want to rant about Square Enix, but some of the big problems I have is just that you can tell that the game is being run by a game company, not a card company.
Agreed.
Because right after Black Friday is a great day to release a game. People are already out there. They're going to go find it.
Yep.
But it's awful to have a pre-release because family time.
All you're going to do is hurt the LGSs. Like, I have to – so my understanding is that every LGS is able to buy 32 of these kits, right? Mm-hmm. They're not cheap. Not cheap. So, guys, if you're thinking you're going to go to your LGS and play for $10, I can guarantee you won't be. If you are, GG. Kits are not that cheap. So that is one thing to talk about. But
We don't really care about that. We're on Dragon Ball right now, but we should probably wrap it up. It's getting late in this podcast, and we got people showing up.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you know how much I just love to
talk,
rant on Final Fantasy.
Stroking his beard, talking about Final Fantasy,
and just talking away. Like, you know, if anybody wants to come down to the shop and talk shop one day, by all means, doors always open, except when it's not. Tony, any final words before we close out this podcast?
No, I think we're. We were talking about making a Facebook.
So, guys, Tony, he listens to another podcaster, L5R, and they have a Facebook, a separate Facebook from what they currently like. They have a company Facebook, and then they have the.
Well, no, they're just a bunch of dudes that do a podcast. They don't also happen on the stuff.
Also, so they have just a podcast Facebook.
Right.
Okay. So the question is, do you guys want us to create a podcast Facebook so that we can
almost like more like a forum? That way you can post questions, contact us directly, that we can both access.
Mm-hmm. So if you guys want that, please let us know in the comments down below on YouTube, Facebook, Podbean, anywhere that there's comments, because I get alerted of that information. So if you guys want that, let us know, and then we'll go from there.
I think that's it.
So, guys, my final words, as always, support your LGS. Otherwise, support the Beard. More stuff, more exciting information is coming out soon, including Team Bearded stuff. If you guys don't know what Team Bearded is, that's going to be our pro teams. Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
Team Bearded, so that's why when I hashtag something Team Bearded, that's what it is. And more stuff you probably wouldn't think an LGS would sell, but I'm just going to leave it on that. Nothing illegal, guys. Don't even think about it. Anyways, have a good night, guys. Catch you guys on the flip side. And this Bearded Collectibles. Have a good one.